Alright, so here's a video just so that you can have something that you can refer back to, watch it over and over. I'm going to show you fanning method or spinning method or whatever the fuck people want to call it is cool. But basically it's a method of using the squeegee to remove the liquid off of the glass and do so with one single motion. The idea that every time you lift your squeegee off of the window, you know, and go side to side, you have an inefficiency. Whereas with the fanning motion, you can get things done a lot faster and more efficiently. So there's 3 to 4 different exact methods to fan. I'm going to show you the most fundamental way so that you can do it and get a good result right away. The major little differences are not that important. They're mainly they have to do with small differences in angles at different stages throughout the fan, okay? But I'm going to just show you here. I'm just going to wet this window here. Okay, so we'll just wet this. And, okay, we've got it pretty even there. And I'm just going to draw some lines for you so you can see what's going on. So here you have a 90-degree here, okay? If you split that in half right there, okay, you can see that that's a 45-degree angle, and it cuts the 90 right there. That's approximately, see that angle there? That's approximately where your blade is going to come up when you start. You see how it kind of follows that line? Okay? And as you move through these, see how I'm finishing again on a 45, okay? And I'm just going to come back up here. And you see how every time you're touching the edges, you're roughly coming back and the blade is in a 45 again, okay? And you see that? So there where you touch it, it's in a 45. And then you come back down, and there's actually another 45 right here too. Once you've sort of gone along and spun your squeegee down. So that's how you come back, okay? So I'm just going to show you that again. Here, here. Just going to tidy that up. Okay, so there's the 90 degrees, okay? And there's the 45, okay? You can see that? Same as here, 90, and there's a 45, okay? So let me show you here. So notice as I come up, it's approximately in line with that. Now I'm going to switch it over here to another 45, and see how I'm still kind of in line with that, okay? So now you can see here that by the time I'm coming back up, going down here and coming back up, you'll see that it's here. And now I've gone over 45, but in theory, it would have been like something like that, you see? Okay, so 45, 45, coming back up, here. As I come back over here, I usually come slightly back higher. And that gives me room to turn around, okay? And then that's how you finish, okay? I touch the surface. Now I've brought down all my liquids. I'm just going to pick them up, okay? And I've got tons of streaks there, but mainly I would do this faster, but now I'm just going to tidy up my edges here. Okay. right, so I'm going to show you again, okay? So I'm just going to get it wet again. Here, okay? Okay, and you can see here, you're approximately coming back down in a 45 degree, okay? So you're kind of following the 45. You can extend it too. Some people like to come down that far. But mainly as long as you come back, as you're coming down the side, you know, like that, you want to be at least on that 45. And then when you come back over, you won't miss or have any streaks. Okay, so I know this may sound confusing because I'm just going to draw some more lines here for you so you can really get a concept of this, and then you just practice it. So you have 90 degrees here, right? And there's your, okay, 45. So as you come up here and come down to this one, you've got about another 45 right there. As you're coming down here, you'll probably finish about here and you'll have about a 45 right there, okay? And then you'll come up, bring it over, hit here, bring it down, and then you'll have another 45 right there, okay? I don't know if you can kind of see those lines. 45, 45. Okay, we're going to just chop that, and there it is, right there, okay? Okay? Notice I'm coming back up higher. Tendency on some people will be to come down and stay even with the cut, but then once you hit here, you'll run out of room and it's hard to rotate it, and that will cause a little streak right there. So what's a little bit better for beginners is to exaggerate and give yourself more space on the turn, and I'll show you how to do that. So here's the 45, okay? 45. I'm going to come up, 45, across, 45. Doesn't have to be exact though, but you get the idea. And then when I'm coming over into the turn, I'm actually coming up here, giving myself more room to turn around, okay? See how I'm coming up here slightly? And then I turn into the 45. I actually like to turn into wider than a 45, and then I can come up and around and I have a little more space. See how but at least to a 45, okay? There's math reasons for that. And then once you're done, you can come down here, and then just gonna tidy up this edge here. All right. So now I'm going to go through it quickly, and actually I will do a side to side just so you can compare efficiency. Side to side is a more basic method, which is also a good way to do windows, but it's very slow. And so I'm just going to create a little edge right here so I don't get streaks, okay? Side to side, remember you've got to go up and over, a slight tilt of your blade so that you control the water, sending it downwards, and then down and over, okay? Boom. See that? Down and over. It works pretty good, but it's slow. And so that's why fanning, what I'm showing you above, is much preferred. It just takes a lot of practice, okay? So now I'm just going to take that water. Now I'm going to show you fanning, and you'll see just as you know, how fanning is so much faster. Okay? Okay? Okay, good. So here, up into a 45. Okay? Slightly higher. See how I'm coming up right there, turning. Slightly higher than you would think. Right at the end you can come up, you see? And it gives you a perfect cut and a perfect turn, okay? And you can see that it saves you a lot of time. Now, you should try it different ways and all that kind of stuff, and there's very minor differences. There's actually about 4 different types of fans. I'll show you them all later, but that's the main thing to understand. Now I'm just going to get my drips. So. Okay. Thank you very much.